A great man of God had passed from this world. All of Israel wept and laid him to rest. David was now a man without a home. He walked into the wilderness with God as his only shelter. Far away, a powerful and wealthy man owned everything the eye could see. But his heart was cold and cruel. His wife was everything he was not: wise, kind, and full of grace. David heard that Nabal was celebrating a great harvest. He sent his men with kind and respectful words. They came in peace. They asked only for a small portion of kindness in return for all they had done. But Nabal mocked them. He sneered at David's name and sent them away with nothing but insults. The men returned to David with heavy hearts. They told him everything Nabal had said. David's anger blazed. He strapped on his sword and called his men to follow. 400 warriors rose with him. One faithful servant ran to Abigail. He told her the truth. Disaster was coming, and only she could stop it. Abigail did not wait. She gathered bread, wine, meat, grain, figs, and raisins. She loaded everything without a word to Nabal. She rode under the cover of the mountain. Every moment mattered. She had to reach David before it was too late. David was already on his way. His words were dark. He had decided that not one of Nabal's household would be spared. The moment she saw David, Abigail fell to the ground before him. She took all the blame upon herself and begged him to listen. She spoke with wisdom beyond any warrior. She reminded David who he truly was: a man chosen by God, not a man driven by anger. She told David that God himself had kept him from doing wrong. The Lord's hand was in everything, even in that moment. David stopped. He breathed. He praised God for sending this woman to him in time. His heart began to soften. David accepted her gift. He blessed her. He told her to go home in peace, for he had heard her words. When Abigail told Nabal what had happened, his heart gave out. He sat like a stone and could not move. 10 days later, the Lord himself acted. Nabal was gone. God had judged between the proud and the faithful. David heard the news and praised God with everything in him. The Lord had kept him from sin. Justice had come without David's hand. David sent his servants to Abigail with an offer of marriage. She bowed humbly and said yes without hesitation. She rose quickly. She gathered her servants and followed without looking back. A new life was before her. Together they stood at the beginning of something new. God had used one woman's courage to change everything. When we trust God and choose wisdom over pride, He makes a way. He always makes a way.